Okay, guys, as promised, I have a little follow-up to that last problem. It's the same problem, but just a different way to look at it and then teach it. So here goes. Okay, it's the same problem. Prodigy online math program, SBAC test prep practice. Problem number 57. Delia and Kaylee have 40 cards to sign, and Delia signs a fourth of the cards, while Kaylee signs 2/5. How many cards are left to be signed? Okay, so I drew a little picture here. 40 cards total. Delia has signed a fourth of them. Well, how many is that? Well, here's my little bar that represents all 40. So what I have to do to the 40 is I have to split it into 4 parts. That's what my denominator shows here. So that means I need 3 lines here. 1, 2, 3. And a fourth of them would be here, right? This would be 1/4. This would be 2/4. This would be 3/4. And this would be 4/4. So what I do is I take the total, 40. I divide it by 4. And that gives me 10. So now I know that when you take 40 and you divide it into fourths, each fourth has to be 10. So now I know this is 10, this is 10, that's 20, that's 30, and that's 40. So, and they said that Delia signed a fourth of them, so that is this one right here. Delia must have signed 10 of them, okay? So you're going to do the same thing this time, but for Kaylee. So, same 40 cards total, but Kaylee signed 2/5 of them. Okay. So, I'm going to draw the same bar. This bar represents 40. Okay. So I'm going to take the 40 total divided by, this time I'm not going to divide by 4, but by 5, because I have to make split 40 into 5 parts. So 40 divided by 5 is 8. So that means I need 4 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1/5, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 4/5, 5/5. That's the whole. So now I know 40, the whole, divided by 5 is 8. So that means that every part must be 8. 8, 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. But this time, they don't need 1/4, they need 2/5. This one's important. So that means I'm not just going to pick one of these, I'm going to pick both of these, because this is what 2/5 looks like. And that's 16. Okay, so that means that Delia signed 10, and Kaylee signed 16, because it was 8, which is 1/5, and 8, which is 2/5. Together, that's 16, right? Okay, so you can look at it that way. The other thing I was thinking of teaching it, the other way I was thinking of teaching it is, it says that Delia signed a fourth of them. So Delia signed a fourth of them. Oh, let me erase this. She signed a fourth of them. So in math, usually we know that of means multiply. So you could take 40 times 1/4. Remember, 40 is the total. 1/4 is what Delia signed. And I taught you guys you can't multiply a whole number times a fraction. So you stick a 1 under it and then you cross multiply. So this is 40 over 4. And you guys know this, or you should know that this is an improper fraction. So you ask yourself, how many of those in there? How many 4s in 40? That's 10. And then you could do the same thing for Kaylee. So Kaylee signed 2/5 of them. Okay, so the math on this one is 40 total times 2/5. 40 total cards times 2/5 that Kaylee signed. So the way we do this, again, is we stick 1 under this 40 to make it a fraction, an improper fraction, but a fraction nonetheless, and then you cross multiply. 40 times 2 is 80, and 1 times 5 is 5. And you're asking yourself how many 5s in 80? There's some division that needs to be done there. So 80 divided by 5. So how many 5s in 8? 1. Leftover is 3, bring down this 0. And how many 5s in 30? 6. 30. Get nothing as a remainder. So the answer is your quotient of 16, which is what we got for the last time, the way I solved it before. So I don't know if this helps. This is just the visual representation of my last video's math, and this is like just straight multiplication with the algorithm. All right, hope that helps. Thanks.